brittle stars, a cup coral, maybe even a predatory starfish in there.
Zoanthid.
Another nice thing about having your nose into the breeze is you have a little forward on when you land.
Yep.
And then you can watch your, I don't know why that's out there, but watch your horizontals and play with the stick so one goes more than the other, but one never reverses.
All right, science is happy whenever you're ready to move on.
All right. You can come wide video.
Bridge nav, another 30130.
Like 20% forward's not hardly even thrusting, so if you got 20% forward,
Thank you, Bridge.
then you can twist a little, and you'll get, you know, like 40% on one, 20 on the other, as opposed to plus 20 and minus 20.
Okay.
And that'll keep it from making those whirlwinds in front of you.
Another one of these C-pins we were looking at earlier.
Looks like there's a few rocks out there in front of Atalanta, which is going to be right probably where the starboard aft corner of the ship is now on the nav screen.
Copy.
Oh, look, you can see them now. If you have to choose a way, come to your left,
Copy.
in front of Atalanta.
So Taya, you've tried a couple different seats in the control room. Where do you think you like being?
Taya, I don't know if she's hooked up to SPL.
Ah.
Sorry, I wasn't on SPL.
Okay.
That's my bad. I think I enjoy the video engineering part of it, because I like being able to see everything. And
Video, can you push in?
yeah.
What's your priority, little fish or big fish?
Smaller fish.
Come a little bit wider.
Yeah.
You said small or big?
Smaller.
Yep. I mean, if we're on the move here, I don't know if we're gonna be in position.
Let me try to swing around.
You goose it forward a little, you'll fly out of your dust there and get clear water.
Okay. Can you... Can you focus it a little bit?
Yes, all right. I'm working on it.
And I can push in now.
Okay, push it in.
Yep, that looks like some kind of cusk eel. All right, we can see some of its features there.
Okay.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
Atlanta.
All right, you can come wide.
Okay.
I got a couple things to take care of down below, so Harold's going to be in charge for a bit.
Oh no, you're going to leave us unsupervised?
I'm leaving you in the cable hands.
Order in the court. No more funny business.
Oh, there's a nice rock to pirouette around.
All right, Harold, what
Oh
should
wow!
we do?
Now that Brian has left. Wow, what is that? That's really interesting. Oh my gosh, he left it. Such a cool rock.
Did you
No,
want to
Brian,
zoom on
come
that?
back. Yeah, let's look at this tunic.
Let's stop him up there, Chris.
We're stopped.
Huh?
We're stopped.
I see 4.7 over there.
Huh?
I see 4.7 over there on the
On what?
to go.
Oh, it's just the ship settling.
Roger.
Okay, you
It's actually
can
going backwards,
push in
4.7.
video.
Roger.
Push it in.
We've been stopped for a little bit.
Roger.
Very interesting.
What is that?
A tunicate.
Oh, tunicate.
So this is a very basal type of chordate. So it's more closely related to fish and vertebrates, people, than it is to some of these other gelatinous invertebrate friends around it. And it's another filter feeder. Yeah, we definitely haven't seen one with this shape just yet, I don't think. There's a heterocarpus shrimp there. Okay, we can come out, and there was a black coral to the left.
Come wide video.
Okay, wide.
This one below the lasers.
Further over. Quite a bit further.
Copy.
Yeah, just sort of on the this one right here.
Copy.
Just a quick zoom on it. It's probably Bathyes.
Alright. Push in video.
Pushing in.
Yep. Just want to see what type of crab we have here.
Are you more interested in the crab or the coral?
Well, we have a good view of the coral. The crab is obscured, but you can see its arms pretty well, so. Yeah, I mean, we might want to come just around this boulder to look at everything, so we might get a better angle on it later.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can come wide video.
Coming wide.
Oh, there goes shrimp.
So the front row, do your necks start to hurt sitting so close to the monitors up there?
Yep.
I'm
Is-
a expert sloucher, so
You need those
it's a strategic slouching.
those 4,000 gamer chairs.
It's like being in the front row at the movie theater.
Yeah.
We have the same monitors in front of us, but they're they're not as. We tend to look up, like you can see stuff in the full big screen that you can't see in the video tiler there.
Oh, yeah.
At least for me.
Really cool rock. All right. And I think if we look to our left, or whichever way is best, there's a lot more stuff behind us. But let's take a, yeah, if we're already taking a peek under here. Yeah, it looks like another one of these big branching Walterias, mostly dead. Or no, Madrepora? No, it's Madrepora coral. And there's some sponge action there too.
Rachel's got predator view
Yeah.
up there.
I saw that.
Some big primnoids. Whoa,
This is a cool rock.
look at that sponge. So this might be Semperella? That's my guess.
Do you want to zoom on it?
Yes, please.
Push in video.
See some associates in there. Looks like maybe an anemone. Brittle stars. Very cool. All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And come wide.
Yeah, it looks like we've entered an area with plenty to look at, so we can just keep heading towards our waypoint.
Watch your tether, Dan.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I
Watching it get tangled up, and I don't
Yeah.
want to.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, here's another one of these Walteria sponges that looks totally different from other members of this genus. This really bushy morphotype species.
Do you want to zoom on it?
We've seen a few of these, so we can keep going.
Bonk.
Jaden has absolutely no fear.
Not her vehicle, boss's vehicle.
Drive it like you stole it, Jay.
Yeah.
Because you basically did.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw another move in.
Yeah, let's do 20-meter moves for Jaden so we don't
Yeah,
run over.
bridge nav 20130.
There's an Oreo. Everyone's favorite.
Yep. What was it? Mountain back or mountain ridge? Is that what it means?
Sorry, one more time.
I'm just saying, what was it? What was the meaning? Mountain back?
Mountain in
Mountain
Greek.
back?
Oros.
Mm.
Which may or may not also be the name origin of the cookie. So if we get a chance, if there's a more convenient one of these corals would be a good target for a zoom.
Copy.
Thanks, Brian. These yellow octocorals are always the most challenging. There's a bunch of different types.
Either one or a specific?
The one in front.
Okay.
The one in back, we know what that is. That
Old
is
news.
Antilopsum, yeah.
Alright. You can push in video.
Okay.
Is it a benthic ctenophore? It is a benthic. Well, wait, is it?
Sorry.
No. An enemy? I'm trying to figure out what this thing is.
Okay, let me try to center it up.
A little more forward and less down, and it'll park the porch right there on the rock.
Okay.
I'll tilt up for you if you're ready.
Yep.
Then you can use your lateral real easy to get lateral a little left or right. It doesn't take much to change that. Move that in the left or right.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what this is. It could be a retracted anemone. Huh. But yeah, we've got a nice close up of the polyps here. Brian thinks that thing's an anemone. I'm leaning towards that as well. Yeah, I think this should be enough. Thank you.
Okay, come wide video.
Come on.
And Asako is saying our video stream is down.
Is that right? Okay, I'll take a peek.
Yeah, I haven't got anything.
You didn't get any notes about that?
No, I didn't.
All right, I'm checking. I was just stealing Rachel's brain power for this cinema camera stuff, so she's probably headed back down to the lab.
No, she's in here. She's in the studio.
Oh, she's in the studio? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Yep.
Is it channel 1?
You got a picture of you have a picture of Jaden there?
Sorry?
Yeah,
I was
but-
just going through all the
Oh.
cameras.
Can you bring up Jaden
Yeah.
there?
Nope, the wrong one. Special.
Cam pilot.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
No pressure, Jaden.
So it's raining really
Activate up
hard.
the nose
That's
cam.
why I went down. That's
I don't
just-
have a nose
you
right
can
now.
see that.
Yeah, I know. It's
Benefits
lucky
of the
you.
mask.
Feed, so
What's that?
you want it on the sat feed is different.
If Jaden's okay with it,
Yep.
you okay with that?
Yep, sure.
You're going out
Good. My
live.
family will love it.
20.
Sorry, I set a trap for
130.
you. 1 second.
Yeah, so for our viewers, it's raining really hard outside, so that might be interfering with our connection.
I'll put that back on upper. There you go.
You'll make a good ROV pilot, Jaden. No fear and a narcissist streak.
Is that the recipe?
Part of it, yeah. Having a good line of BS is also helpful. Technical mumbo jumbo.
Okay.
At some point you're going to have to bite the bullet and head westish from there.
West.
I think southwest is our, or southeast,
Southeast.
sorry. Southeast, you know I get those backwards. Southeast is our, the waypoint.
Yep. Okay.
Waypoint whippers are going to yell at us. You can probably just lateral and slide down the hill.
Okay.
Cheat and point your nose in a little, bump your way down the hill. As long as you don't wipe out any 1,000-year-old corals, you're good.
Are we going downhill?
Just this little local.
Gotcha.
And when you're comfortable, you can... Oh, Chris is moving already?
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost the plot.
All right, so we have Taya leaving us for this shift, and we have Amber back on video engineering. Thank you, Taya.
Thank you, Teo.
Thank you. Did you ever get to fly the...
Oh, she's off SPL now.
did she ever get to fly the vehicle?
Not yet. I think she's coming in next watch to do that. So I wanted to
Sweet.
give her a little break for that.
We're not going in this direction, are we?
Not exactly, but it's not too far off.
Say again, Jaden?
That way. They were
Yeah.
just asking if...
I'm just curious
you
about
should
this
have room.
huge
You're in
coral
centered
over
up.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have to wait for
Yeah, I think
Atalanta,
Atalanta's
but
a little too
you can
far.
get there.
Okay, I don't want to divert
Eventually.
us too much, but
No, yeah, it's not.
Bridge,
it's not
bridge
too far
nav,
off.
20130.
big, beautiful coral.
It's-
20130.
Looks like some kind of primnoid.
Look, there's a little landing ledge right there in front of it for you. It's saying, come land right here.
Thank you all for tuning in to nautiluslive.org. We are on this 23-hour
Salt down for
dive, and we have about less than 8 hours left of this dive. And we are exploring an unnamed seamount in the Palau National Marine Sanctuary. So please send us your questions.
Oh, that's pretty tall.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Got a nice crab in spall cam.
Oh yeah. Didn't even notice that. Yeah, can we zoom in? Try and see the crab through the coral?
Yep. You can push in, Amber.
I want to see if it's carrying a piece of this primnoid. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, it's hard.
Sako has identified this as Calyptophora. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's pan down.
All right.
Panning down, Dan.
Panning down.
Or tilt down, excuse me. I'm learning.
I was going to call him on it, but I'm giving him a break since he's... Glad you didn't cut him any slack.
Yeah. Couldn't possibly.
How do you know that wasn't intentional?
Trained up by the last watch for sure.
Can you come wide?
Well, that's a little ship.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that?
Wide?
Just a little
Yep.
more. I'm trying to figure out where I'm drifting.
Sea cucumber. Yeah, and if we want to turn the lasers off, I'm going to try and grab some stills.
Alright.
Do you have the controller
not
working
yet.
for you? Oh, you have a different one. I have the cinema camera over here.
Thank you.
We have a viewer in our
Down camera's your
chat
friend
said
there.
they've been watching us for 13, 14 hours straight now.
Nice.
Wow,
Yep.
that's longer than
That's longer than
I've been watching.
Yep.
So that one's pretty close to...
You're good. Just keep a little forward in it. You're nudged up against the rock there on the porch, so you can't go any farther forward.
But should I line it up for the beauty shots?
We're at a decent angle right here.
Yeah.
We want to come to the left just a little bit.
Left, all right.
Get it a bit more lined up.
If Chris presses PC4 over there, it'll line itself up, or you'll be able to see his camera.
PC4 is already pressed somewhere. There. That?
Yeah, that's what Harold's looking at.
Ah. Wow.
I'm going to play with your main camera there.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, nice. We can kind of see what the crab is holding.
Looks like another coral.
Push in
Yeah,
there.
not the same
Push
coral,
in there,
though.
Amber.
Something covered in hydroids.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. I've spammed a bunch of photos. Hopefully one of them turned out. Oh, that's perfect. Isn't that funny how they just hold things up with their two little legs?
And does it always hold it up? Or
Yeah.
just temporarily?
Can you hand me those
I'm
post-it notes
pretty
there?
sure they
what?
grab onto something
Oh,
and
sticky notes.
don't really swap it out.
Huh.
They just hang on.
It's
All
like
right,
the Olympic flame.
Yep, I think we're good on this coral. If we want to get moving.
All right.
Thank you.
And straighten your camera first before you take off. So I got it all wonky. Or I'll straighten it for you if you want.
I can do
You
that.
can function it. Nicely done, Jade.
Thank you.
Another tall stalked crinoid, another Oreo, a sea of Victorgorgia, Farreid sponges. Oh, there's a rat tail. If we could,
Where is it?
just down in the corner. There it is.
Gotcha.
Is that still one of our goals, is to catch them? One?
If we find one that is exceptionally convenient, yes. I don't know if this one fits
You
that
can push
category.
in a little, Amber.
Copy.
Dan, can you turn the lasers back on?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You're the fish biologist's friend. Need those lasers. Yeah, I mean, this one's pretty small.
Oh, that's a little one.
It's one of those homarions. Yeah, if we are in a position to attempt a collection.
We are not.
We are not, okay.
You
The
see
zoom is great.
See the manipulator tied up against the rock there?
Oh yeah, that's a tough spot.
It's right now it's a parking position.
It's a great zoom though.
Okay, you can come wide.
Coming wide.
Thank you.
If you want to take the time, we could, Jaden can reorient so I can get it out.
Yeah, he's
Try.
descended
Wait.
deep into this crack here, so I think that fish is safe.
All right.
There's a larger one though.
Oh yeah, can you push in?
Can we just zoom on that to see if it's the same one? This one's too large to collect, but interesting. Looks a bit different.
Is it feeding or what's it doing?
So they do feed on in fauna, invertebrates in the sediment. That could be what it's doing. All right, it's a good zoom, thank you.
All right.
You're going to want to spin to your right.
Copy.
Sorry, to your left. We have you got to turn in there now.
Okay.
180 left.
Yep.
How does it know? Is there a sensor on the tether?
The software, there's a compass on both vehicles, and the software keeps track. Yeah, that's our bearing there, I think.
Yeah. 135, right?
I think so, ish.
Yeah, 130, 135, something like that.
Yeah.
130 currently. All right, ready to move? You want a minute?
Just give us just a minute to make sure our tether's.
Oh, okay.
We had to turn in it there, so I can't see it at the moment.
Do you want to take it out completely?
No, just when you stretch it out a little, I should be able to see it.
Okay.
How's the weather outside? Can't tell.
Deadliest catch.
Deadliest catch.
Oh, sorry.
Sometimes when we're under and we gotta turn it, it'll take a huckle, but it looks good now. I can see the weight, I can see the float.
Yep.
So I think you're good.
All right.
If you want to have Chris move whenever you're ready.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Bridge nav 20125.
That's a good distance there. That'll give you enough to do any pirouettes if you see something you like.
Okay.
2 boxes is my.
So Harold, how's it feel to be in charge? You love it?
I'm on a
He's
power
going
trip
mad
right
with
now.
power already. I can feel it.
Mad with power.
Get really angry at us.
I've got the pen hovering over the screen, just ready to circle something.
Yeah, the sunset went down quite, maybe like an hour ago, so it's really dark outside, FYI.
Got some more black coral whips, crinoid, anthomastus, ferrite sponges. Metallogorgia. Could we take a quick zoom on this sponge?
Yep.
This one?
You can push in, Amber.
Copy.
Just a slightly different shape on this euplectellid flower basket sponge. Got a shrimp inside.
Sponge dungeon.
Sponge dungeon. All right, that's good. Thank you.
That's my new favorite phrase.
Chris is waiting to say that. Been waiting.
Isn't that the 8 to 12 watch name.
It was.
Oh, was.
That left with Gabby.
Ah.
No fun allowed on Josh's watch.
I don't know about that. I've never seen him have more fun than when he's in here.
Yeah.
Got a Saccocalix sponge.
Bridge nav, another step.
And this terrain is so interesting. I'm going to do
yeah, this whole dive, right?
Yeah. I'm going to do a lot of geology reading when I get back to shore.
Can you call it terrain, or are you supposed to call it bathymetry?
Oh.
No, I think terrain's
That's an interesting
allowed.
philosophical question.
You're not allowed to call it topography. That's the sub-aerial version of bathymetry.
Can you call it bathy? What does that mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But isn't that also a region?
Yeah, the bathyal zone. One of the funniest terms I know is just calling it hard grounds.
Very simple.
It's just so simple and descriptive.
That means something else to Dan.
Something I have in the back 40.
Back into some corals. Some more Anthomastus under here.
You gotta peek under the ledge, right?
You gotta peek under the ledge.
You just gotta.
You just gotta.
Do it.
How do we feel about me grabbing a quick zoom on Atalanta?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, just so you know that Atalanta's not as close as it appears.
Jaden's in the sweet spot. Perfect.
Let's zoom on this yellow coral.
Copy. You can push in amber.
Okay, copy.
Amber's zooming
Double
two cameras
zooms.
at once. Dual wielding. the
Need
zoom
more
button.
hands. Going a little bit more.
Copy.
Nice. You never know with the yellow corals. The yellow octocorals. If we could pan over this way.
You got
to
it.
Oh,
this one,
wow. Getting
and
fancy.
then tilt up. This one's mostly dead. These polyps right here.
You can push in amber.
Copy.
Jaden's not listening to you, by the way. She's flying the ROV, not the camera. They are flying the ROV, not the camera.
So that looks like probably not a zoanthid, more likely a stolonifera. And the new name for that I always forget, something like Malacalacia, something, starts with an M.
Are you looking at those bits that are on the...
These polyps here.
Oh, okay.
The part of it looks alive.
Got you. There we go.
All right, great.
Sorry, what are they on, Harold?
So these living polyps are not part of this dead
can
skeleton.
combine
They've
them.
recolonized it.
Thank you.
All right, I think we're good with this ledge. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome overhanging zoom.
All right, going wide on your Atalanta view.
There at it.
Oh, you're close now.
It's perfect.
It
Nice
is.
sweet spot there.
It is.
Except for this ghost slider, I can't control it. Goes.
Metallogorgia. Could we peek over to the left?
Yep.
On upper cam, I see a large coral
Yeah.
just off screen.
I'm going to come up a bit while you're moving over there.
Yep. This is a bamboo. And we'd like to zoom in on one of the branching points.
All right.
See if it's nodal or internodal.
Okay.
I still don't get the difference. It's been explained to me like 100 times.
Yeah, so imagine, I like that you called the nodes knuckles at one point. So imagine if your fingers branched at the knuckle
Right.
versus in the middle of the bone. That's nodal versus internodal.
So internodal is at the knuckle?
Internodal would be
It's between the
knuckles.
Between the knuckles. Okay,
So-
I get it. Thanks for that. No one's ever explained it in terms I can comprehend.
Good job, Hero.
And translate it into knucklehead.
Yeah. Gearhead.
Gearhead. Excuse me.
But knucklehead works.
Knuckle works.
Well,
'cause
knuckles,
It was a
yeah.
knuckle.
Can push in a little bit, Amber.
Copy.
Can push in a little
Yeah,
more.
we're going to have to get pretty close.
You tell me when.
Yeah, so
You need a closer
tilt
zoom.
down.
Are you looking
I'm
at the
looking for
the
like
base?
in here,
Okay.
like where this big branch comes off.
Okay. Let me get a little closer.
Yeah.
then.
All right,
Can you
come in wide.
Perfect.
So why are you so interested whether it's nodal or internodal?
So that's one of the key distinguishing features between major genera of bamboo corals in the family Keratoisidae. And this is a pretty complex group of corals. They can take on all sorts of different branching patterns and morphologies, but the nodal versus internodal is a great place to start for ID.
Okay. Can push in a little, Amber.
So like in here. Yep, I'm going to call that internodal. See, like right here, the branch is just above a node.
Yeah.
So the node is right there, that black part. But the
Right.
branch
All right.
comes out right there. All right, thank you.
Interesting.
All right. Come wide. Thank you.
There's another Tretopleura fan sponge. just covered in stuff. Let's look down here. Just want to see what the pink stuff is.
Copy.
So there's a Victigorgia in there, the purple. There's an Anthomastus mushroom coral. And then is there a Paragorgia as well?
Wow, so many great
Yeah,
colors.
lots of stuff. Yeah,
Watch your
so I
upper
want to
there.
see
Good.
this pink coral here,
Alright.
if possible.
No parking. Alright.
You can land there, you just have to land back far enough. It's taller than Herc.
Okay.
You were tilting up.
Oh, so it'd be nice with a darker background too.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You can push in a little bit, Amber.
Copy.
Yeah, it looks sort of Paragorgia-like to me. Lots of stuff on this rock. Another homolid crab. Bathypathes. All right,
So,
thank you.
in that case, you were lateral and right there, and
Yep.
how the picture went left.
Yep.
So if you lateral the other way, it'll go to the right. So it's basically you're touching on the front of the vehicle and you're pivoting the back.
Gotcha.
So if it's going the opposite way you want it to, let go and try the other way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on how you land.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I love those fan-shaped sponges because they look like a coral from a distance, but it's a sponge. Surprise.
Like a submarine rock or a shark rock.
All right, I'm going to put another move in, yeah.
Yep.
Bridge nav 20125.
Coming up the slope. Just starting to get tight there.
So thank you for tuning in to NautilusLive.org. We started this dive at 1,446 meters. We are making our way to waypoint 6. It is now 946 meters.
Are you glancing in your rail cams while you move left and right?
No, I was not.
When you're in the big animals and rocks. If you're lateral and right, it's you'll totally see them in those rail cams, or you bump. Usually, if they're short, you won't, but if they're big, you'll. I saw one coming in here.
Here's a question for ROV. It's kind of an interesting question too. It's about lasers. The question is, does Hercules have the capacity to fit a laser that can be controlled to highlight what we're talking about? Kind of like what Harold's doing, but from Hercules?
The lasers are mounted on our main camera, so we do use them to highlight by either maneuvering the vehicle or maneuvering the camera to pinpoint something with them.
And we wanted to see what was being pointed out. I'm streaming the telestrator on SAT3.
Okay.
So SAT1 is not the telestrator, but if you're on SAT3, you can see me drawing all sorts of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's really been a game changer for us.
Yep.
We used to have a stick up here, and the navigator would point at things that the pilot couldn't see, and beat the pilots with the stick. And pilots would
You still have it, just in case. Don't forget.
Beat the navigator with it.
Yeah, if we're
The
waiting
stick of
around,
pointing.
can we zoom on this Christ Gorgia?
Yep. Where did you get that, Cruz?
That's Rennie's
Oh, it's
stick.
been here. I'm ready.
Rennie still gets it out once in a while. I've never beat him with it. I've tried
Then he
to
can
take it away
prod the
from
pilot.
You can push in, Amber.
Copy.
He's never beaten me with it either. He's threatened me a few times. So
Haven't needed to.
hostile workplace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Trying
Wow.
to do a lobster census here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I see 5 so far.
Yeah. That is a dense
Very dense.
polyps. Really cool. So many associates when you look closely. Lots of little amphipods.
All right. Are you happy with that science?
Yep. Are we?
Okay. Come wide, Amber.
Beautiful shot. Can watch
Just
that all
having
day.
fun.
Very nice. Quite a large colony.
Yeah. How old do you think it is?
How old?
Yeah,
I
would
really
you even
don't know.
guess?
Could be quite old.
Centuries?
Maybe, I don't know. I want to say decades just to be safe. Yeah, that is one of the first questions that comes to people's minds when they see these large corals is like, how old are they? Because they can get very old. Some deep sea corals have been aged at thousands of years old. But there's still a lot of research to be done about growth rates and how to measure them and what controls them. That's one of the reasons these ecosystems are so vulnerable to human impacts, is they are slow growing. And one of the largest threats is bottom trawling, which not really a problem in a rocky area like this where you wouldn't necessarily drag a trawl net, but
If you did, you wouldn't have it for long.
yeah, exactly. But trawl
Watch
nets,
on your right side there, Dayton. You got a big sponge?
Okay.
trawl nets just drag right over the seafloor and can knock these things down in a second when they've been growing there for who knows how long. And that used to be kind of the only way to do deep sea research back in the days of the Challenger expedition in the 1800s. Didn't have submersibles, ROVs, no bathysphere, or that was yet to come. And scientists just drug trawls and dredges along the seafloor in various parts of the world and found animals like this, thinking that there might not even be life this deep. But it's great now that we have all this technology, we can actually see the environment almost as it is.
Yep. Bridge nav 20125.
Any damage beyond the occasional sample.
I know the Canadians have, they send, like, scientists go out with the fishermen and see what comes up in their trawl nets.
Yeah, trawls are still very much used in modern science, especially in fisheries monitoring. Yeah. So, like for example, Canada does this, and the NOAA Alaska Fisheries Science Center has a long-running fisheries independent trawl survey.
Oh yeah.
And they're trawling over soft bottom environments, so they're not really doing damage to these vulnerable marine ecosystems where you have these super long-lived corals. They're just going for mostly flatfish, crabs, things like that.
Yeah,
and
mud bottoms.
Yep, exactly. And their fisheries survey is, the catch of the survey itself is minuscule compared to the actual industry that they're trying to manage. So it's definitely more destructive than an ROV survey, but scientifically it's very valuable.
The fishermen know from generations where they can drag nets and not lose them and where they can't.
Yep.
You doing okay over there, Jaden?
Yep.
Are you hooked yet? Think you might want to do this again?
Yeah. Piloting's pretty fun. It's a
sea
lot
star
to watch.
Yonder. Looks like a chunky one. Is that a sea star? Oh no, that's a flytrap anemone. Really looked like a sea star from over here.
Did you want to zoom on it still?
Nope.
All right.
We know what it is.
Had a good shot of it there in our lower camera.
Oh yeah. And earlier we passed over a Bathypathes black coral with a branch coming out the side of it. Bathypathes pseudo-alternata. Thank you, Tina.
Tilt down just a little bit.
Tina Molitsova in the chat is one of our experts on shore.
There you go. That's
Studies black
just
corals.
less black screen up there.
Yep.
Out of leash.
Yep.
You can feel it now?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Large yellowfin is a paramericid. Thank you, Asako. What is floating towards us here? Big gelatinous ctenophore. Ooh.
What is this?
Oh, that's a big
Got its
ctenophore.
LEDs on.
Oh yeah. Wow.
You push it on?
Sure.
That's really cool.
Shiny.
So
I
this is
wouldn't
a
push in. I'd just go.
this is a
dead
comb
stick.
jelly.
Okay.
The phylum Ctenophora. Looks like a jellyfish, but it's in an entirely different phylum than the cnidarians. Very common mid-water animal. And you can kind of see this shimmering colors on the side of it, on these little filamentous hairs that it uses to propel itself through the water. And those are not bioluminescing, they're just sort of reflecting off of the lights that were shining on it. Wow, that really looks like a soap bubble almost. Really
so
beautiful.
Big. I know.
That's amazing. Wow, yeah.
Yep.
So beautiful. This is the type of thing that you really need video to study, because if this came up in a trawl net, it wouldn't look like much. So we're very lucky to be able to see it in its natural environment.
Do you want any imagery without the lasers? Or?
Yes, please.
Right.
Yeah, a nice tight zoom.
We can't zoom. We won't be able to hold it.
Oh, sure thing.
Yeah, it'll just fly
Yeah.
out of the picture. But it's coming towards us, so
Yeah, we got a pretty good long shot of it. I think it's on its way. That was really cool.
All right.
beautifully done, Jaden.
Nice.
Thank you.
So ctenophores are also thought to be the oldest animal group. We used to think it was sponges, but there's new evidence that suggests that ctenophores are the most basal group of animals.
Like how old?
Like before the Cambrian explosion, so around 500–600 million years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing. And we just saw it.
Yeah, if you zoom on them, because you're then looking through a straw, they just fly in and out of the picture. You don't get that real pretty, steady video.
Gotcha.
So what Jaden was doing right there was absolutely perfect. So
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Yep.
Nicely done.
the animals drifting with the current, and the ctenophore in this case, and Herc was also drifting. So they were just making slight corrections to keep it centered up. And that beautiful shot right there, it was less than a meter away from the camera. So
Yeah, that was super well done.
yeah, awesome display of flying the vehicle and not the camera.
So I still have your lasers off, just FYI.
Ah, thank you. Lasers are on.
Pew!
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
That's going in the highlights, by the way, Jay.
Oh yeah, with the ethereal music in the background.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and move again.
I gotta
Copy.
Bridge nav.
find Herc. Where's
20130.
It's up here somewhere.
130. Oh yeah.
There was one highlight video from, I think it was Papahanaumokuakea last year. It's a ctenophore. It was like, or no, it wasn't even a highlight video. I think I was reviewing the footage in the lab, and it was a ctenophore that was like 2 meters plus long. It was the biggest ctenophore I'd ever seen. It was crazy.
I'm really jealous of some of the best ctenophore footage I've seen, and they're really hard to get for that long. And,
Yeah.
And they're one of my favorite.
Yeah, same.
One thing that's on my bucket list now that I live in Hawaii as a grad student is blackwater scuba diving.
Oh, you
So-
know how to do it.
Yeah, so have you done it, Amber?
I haven't. I've looked into it. I know exactly where I'm going to go. Pelagic magic.
Yeah, pelagic magic. But yeah, blackwater scuba diving, they do it in Kona, and they do it in Florida as well, maybe some other places, but
It sounds crazy. What is this? What does this entail?
yeah, so this is basically a way to observe the deep sea, but just by scuba diving down to 30 or 40 feet. So all of the many of the pelagic deep sea animals living in the water column migrate to the surface every day,
Right.
or every night. This is called diel vertical migration. It's the largest migration of animals on the planet. It happens every single day, and it includes ctenophores, larval fishes, all kinds of animals that just normally hang out in the water, and they come up to the surface at night to feed under cover of darkness, and you can just scuba dive in the open water and observe all these deep sea animals around you without having to go in a submersible, without having to do technical diving, and you can see some really cool stuff.
And my understanding from the technical side is they have a line, kind of like a buoy line,
Yep.
and then the diver holds on to it, and then you turn off all your lights. And so you have to have, you know, some experience diving and night diving and some comfort around that. It can be a little bit isolating, I guess, in its own way. But yeah, then you can really see those that bioluminescence.
Right, let
Yeah.
me get this straight. You get in the water at night with no lights.
Well, you have lights, but you turn them all off.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can turn
there's-
them back on if you
There's
want.
no way.
I know. It's a very different experience. For
Can
sure.
you push an Amber?
Okay.
Yeah, let's have a look at this black coral. Now that Tina's already identified it. Trissopathes, thank you.
Okay.
But they do that in Hawaii, you said?
Yep, off the Big Island.
Wow. That sounds a little terrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you want to find the right people to do it with.
Yeah, you know, some huge animal could come out of the darkness.
I know. I slept with a nightlight
One
until
that
like
bites.
3 years ago. So.
Wow. Lots
I
of
was
stuff
in
over
Kona, though.
here.
I did get to do the manta ray dive, and it was incredible. Highly recommend.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Really want to. Okay, wow.
If Chris
Really
moves
dense.
the boat for you, you'll be able to walk around that rock.
Yeah, let's have a stroll.
Bridge now.
Around
Let's do
this
another
rock.
We'll have to
20130.
We'll have to wait for the boat so Jaden has enough leash to get around
sounds
it
good.
without getting in trouble.
While we wait for that, could we zoom yellow?
Yep. You slowly push an Amber.
Copy.
Yep.
All right, you should be good. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the dead sponge right above it has this purple stoloniferous octocoral on it. And there it looks like a zoanthid growing on this yellow coral here, along with hydrozoans. Yeah, so these different looking polyps here are zoanthids, and they're a parasite. And they look like part of the coral, but they're actually a whole different colonial cnidarian that's come in and taken over the skeleton.
I'm going to come up just a bit, Jaden. I'll come up real slow.
Were you happy with the zoom on that?
Yep. Okay, thank you.
We should have enough leash now to start walking around if you want.
Copy.
We've got another upside down town.
Totally.
let's look at this here.
Yep.
That a sponge or a coral?
Let's find out. Not sure if it's the branching Voltaria or maybe a Madrepora scleractinian coral.
Yep. You can push an amber.
Copy.
So if it, like what type of, who's mimicking who, kind of, if it were, would it be like the sponge mimicking the coral or the?
Well, it's not so much mimicry as it is convergent evolution.
Okay.
So they're both really doing the same thing, which is filter feeding. They just have a very similar approach. So this is Madrepora, it's this scleractinian coral. Lots of stuff in here. Yeah, the purple is an octocoral, which has a similar lifestyle to the zoanthids. But it's an octocoral and not a hexacoral, and all of this is on top of a dead sponge. So we just have a layer upon layer of colonization. And there's hydrozoans and crabs. Really cool.
All right. You happy with that?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And I want to see... okay, so we have a lot of this purple stoloniferous coral encrusting things.
So many choices.
And and that is something that could be a sample.
Okay.
Tina has requested.
Dan, do you want to switch back? You can. get
Are
this
we in a
one.
position to grab something? I know
Sure.
there's... Yeah, so the purple encrusting stuff is... I see it in a lot of places, but maybe this lower dead sponge would be a good place to grab it from, or...
Yeah. Do you want me to try to park Dan, or is it going to be too far out of reach?
Down below will definitely be too far out of reach.
Yeah.
Bridge nav, 10
Yeah,
meters,
I'll
300.
Yeah, I mean, we could look around for a better spot, potentially. Doesn't look terribly rare.
Affirmative.
We could get it there. We'll just have to come land on the rock in there. That's doable.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'll trade you back.
All right. We have Dan back in Herc. Good job, Jaden. Did a good job.
Nice work, Jaden.
Bridge
Thank
nav.
you.
That was a 10-meter move, not 30.
Sorry, point out which...
Yeah, so it's all over this sponge here, this
Right.
purple encrusting coral.
Okay.
I thought you had the need for speed there for a second, Oriel.
Sorry, Harold, point it out one more time
Yep.
for me, just so I make sure. Okay.
This
okay.
sort of purple
Right,
fuzz
yeah.
coming off the dead
Right.
sponge. Yeah, this is one of the things in our animal guide that is just listed to order. And we don't really go much further than that usually. So pretty understudied group.
Boat still moving, is it?
No.
Right.
Well, it's moving back a little bit to stop this so we don't overswing, but our Atalanta should stay pretty much there.
Right. Thank you. I'm just going to put a toe out here, so.
Alternatively, Dan, if it's easier, you could grab it off this coral up here, but whichever's easier.
Right there. See if Herc's going to cooperate here. I can just take a piece of that dead sponge there.
Yeah, you can do the dead sponge down here or the coral up here.
Wait, be cool, guys. He's back.
Trying to get the purple stolonifera. Yep.
Welcome back, Brian.
Thank you. It was too much fun. I couldn't resist.
Yeah, the moment you got up and left the room, we found a beautiful rock.
Oh,
And it's just gotten much better.
has. So yeah, I'm definitely in favor of getting the dead sponge down left with the
Yeah.
purple on it.
The coral is going to be pretty brittle, so
Yeah, let's not
yeah.
mess with the coral.
All right.
The madrepora will just shatter. So, like that, or like that, or like that. And we definitely don't want to hit the big madrepora on a dead skeleton because that whole thing could come down pretty easily.
Roger. It's a little low there. Give me a second. Try a little.
Whoa.
Quinlan, which of the bigger boxes is open?
E is open.
So the starboard's?
The starboard E,
Okay,
yeah.
so both the front's full.
Yeah.
Can zoom in tight on that purple.
And Harold, thanks for keeping the watch under control.
My pleasure.
I totally forgot my laundry was in the dryer and I didn't want to tie up the laundry machine longer than I had to.
I like that little hermit crab.
He's cute.
I even made a corallivery observation for you.
Ooh, thank you. Orion looks like it might be touching the colony above.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a carnivorous sponge next to the sea star?
It's possible.
Huh.
Bonus points, Dan, if you want to get that one and get the stolonifera, the sea star, and whatever the other stick is. But I know we're asking for a lot.
Go a little wider for me there. Thanks. Okay, now you can push it. Grip force, yeah, something like that. It's real friable, is it?
I don't think the dead sponge will be, no. I think it'll break.
Perfect.
All right, thank you very much.
Really nice.
I'm going to come out of here to put it away because I don't know if I can swing around without touching the rock.
What sample number will this be?
89.
All right.
It's a whole zoo on there, says Tina. Yeah, we got a couple brittle stars
And if,
sea star.
once you get out of here and
Stolonifera.
steady, I'd like to take a really tight zoom on the spiky stick before we put it away.
All right. Starboard box.
Starboard box,
E
Right.
that's forward.
or A. Oh, forward is all. They're all full.
That's fine. Let's put it away.
We got
Oh,
a
you
pretty
want
good.
something?
Sure,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
not sure what he... Oh, the spiky thing. I
Yep.
get it.
Yeah.
All right, yep, definitely acclaterize it. All right, thank you.
Super cool.
Can you hit craft on the bubble cam for me?
Yep. I say if it's small enough, you can put it in A.
Yeah. Okay, you can open. That's good, thanks.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Acclaterize it, stolonifera, dead sponge, and a spongivorous sea star.
It's still got a little piece of it in the jaw there.
Excellent.
Okay, can
Did we
close
get a good
sticks.
look at whatever this yellow demo spongy looking thing is on the Trudoploria? That stuff? We get a good look
Yep.
at it yet?
We haven't
Okay.
zoomed on it yet, no.
Camera's all wonky. What do you want to look at now?
This stuff.
Right.
Please.
No idea where the camera is. There it is.
Collecting those stoloniferous corals are really hard because they're very soft-bodied and they don't have a skeleton or anything, and they don't grow very tall. And so you can try and scrape them off the rock, and generally you just smash them. And so being able to collect them on something that is breakable like that is a rare treat, to be able to get them more or less intact. Harold, do you think this is a demo sponge overgrowing this glass sponge skeleton?
Could be. The only yellow glass sponge I know is Hercules. That doesn't look like it. I'm sure there's probably more.
You want a close-up of something?
Yes,
here?
please. The yellow, just any of the yellow stuff in there.
Yeah, go ahead, Amber. You can.
Yeah, lots of stuff living in there too. Yeah, I definitely think the yellow's alive. The bright yellow is definitely alive. Actually, is this the original color of the sponge before it died? It doesn't actually look like it's being overgrown. It looks like this is the sponge that made this original skeleton.
But then there's also a white part of it.
You're right. Heh, is right. All right, something to send around to some people who know more about sponges than we do. All right, thanks, Dan. Anything else in this rock we need to get that we didn't get a look at before I came back?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. It's a pretty diverse
lot of
rock,
stuff,
but we've
there's
seen
also
the
still
main,
like
the main
800
things.
meters to go.
Yeah, we don't want to get too distracted here, so.
Spend the next 12 hours on this rock.
Easily. It's beautiful.
Yeah, let's walk around it on our returns.
More of this branching brambly sponge that we've been seeing a fair amount of. Black corals, precious corals, norellas, primnoids, fish, metallogorgia.
This would be a really good photogrammetry rock because you can get around most of it.
Too bad Spall's not here.
Too bad.
You snooze, you lose, Spall.
He's going to ask later.
I mean, if you give me a second, I can set it up back there.
What?
Can we pop up and look at the top?
Spall photogrammetry?
Sure.
Well, Rachel got the
Oh, wow.
cinema cam back up
Yeah.
and showed me how to use it.
Oh, it's
It would be an event.
yeah, it would
yeah.
be an event. It would take like half an hour to
Oh, easily, at least.
at least. scientists would be like super bored.
Yeah.
And
The scientists that hate the photogrammetry because they're like, ooh, zoom in and see that. No, can't. Gotta go slow and just pass it by.
Actually, the two of us right now probably pretty tolerant of that because we both like working with photo mosaics.
Oh, see that?
But you know, it takes like half an hour to get.
Oh yeah, I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it on scuba gear and I've done it with ROVs.
Yeah.
I understand.
Manual photogrammetry.
Oh yeah, I've done many hours of manual photogrammetry.
Like it.
I had 120 colonies off the coast of Belize that I did a multi-year study on.
That's cool.
Manually shot all the images for it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else here? All right.
We're
vote
good.
we get the ship underway and continue on.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to hear this story of.
There's not much of a story. It was just.
Well, were you stationed there, or do you live there, or how did it work?
We were. Boston University, where I did my PhD, has this really cool program where we take a bunch of undergrads and grad students to the University of Belize Calabash Cay field station. So we did that 2 years in a row and armed a whole bunch of undergrads with little underwater point and shoots and used, slave student labor to, on snorkel, take pictures of a whole bunch of Orbicella annularis colonies for me. And then spent like 2 or 3 months straight with a reasonably powerful computer running 24 hours a day, crunching the mosaics.
Oh, wow.
And then COVID happened, and I lost my 3rd year of data, and really nothing happened with the project.
Womp.
Yep.
All right.
We did get one consolation paper out of it, where we had some of that in a different paper, but the large-scale project did not, kind of died.
How long did it take you for your PhD?
5 years.
That's quick, actually.
Yeah, that's on the faster side for a marine science PhD. Generally 4 to 7 years is kind of normal.
All right, let me know when you're ready to start moving, Dan.
Right there. It's coming around and getting a happy heading here, and then we'll go up and over. Need more beans. More beans.
Good thing they're labeled.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice little diversity here of creatures.
Here's
Fish
another
boil.
big tuna
Yeah,
kid.
those giant tunicates. I don't think I've ever seen one that big, the one you saw earlier.
Yeah, that was as soon as you walked out earlier, saw a giant one of those.
Yeah, supposed to be going this way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bridge nav 3016. 160.
The final dive is certainly delivered so far.
Yeah, this has
It's
been a
pretty
nice one.
cool.
Yep.
Seen a lot of different terrain. Crazy geology from our first watch this morning.
Can we zoom on this fish?
Right.
This is your last chance to slurp, Dan. It's now or never.
It's that long fin Bathagata, right?
Yeah, I think we... Oh,
Whoa.
hello.
Whoa.
Oh, goodbye.
Zippy.
Nah, that one's too big.
Yeah. Gotta go this way.
Yeah.
That way looks boring.
So, Chris, how do you survive not having a true wind sensor on this ship?
Well,
We don't.
It
We
is-
suffer.
I think you're at the end of the tether, Dan.
Yes, I am.
yeah, well, it
Thank
kind
you.
of doesn't matter when we're not moving more than half a knot.
Well, I mean, I get that when you're sitting here.
I think
right.
it is, isn't it? I'm pretty, yeah, no, it's true wind
Well, it is
on
now.
the DP. No, it reads true.
Okay.
It compensates, well, in theory. I've never met a true wind sensor that I trust, but
I mean, yeah, there's relative wind and there's true wind-ish, but
yeah. But it is allegedly it's compensated for vessel motion.
yeah, when the DP's running and it's thinking, but when
It's
you're
always
like-
on.
Okay, but is it have an active vessel model in that time?
Well, why would it need a vessel model? You can take the measurement directly.
Well, if you're compensating to make it true wind, you need to know what the vessel's doing.
Yeah, you need to know its speed.
Yeah, speed.
Yeah, you don't
direction.
need a model. I mean, yeah, that's it. You can
Alright.
measure that directly. You don't need a model.
That's true.
But yeah, in practice, it doesn't actually work. As soon as we stop, it like changes.
We had two. We had 2 or 3 up there.
We need a sub-aerial Doppler.
That is something I've always wanted. I want to stick one of those at the glider port.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to do.
Most airports have them.
We don't. We're
Yeah.
poor and cheap.
I mean, it's like a municipal airport, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
We fly out of a cow pasture.
Oh, nice. Even better.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jaden. I'll come back to you.
It's actually a wheat. It's actually a wheat field, to be accurate. But I want a high resolution one that'll actually do vertical.
Yeah.
And give you
That'd be sweet.
thermal locations.
It's kind of
Which way are we going? Going south now?
no, we're going about the same way. There's a slight curve, but I think that
Why
I
am
don't know.
going
Maybe
this way? I need to go south. 165.
yeah,
Roger.
or 160. Yeah.
Roger.
I think we were doing 130 or something before. Close enough.
Is that a fish or a squid?
Fish.
That's a fish.
Oh yeah, it's on its side.
It's gonna poke you in the eye. Watch it.
Hey there.
Now I see which way it's going. That way.
Another Metallogorgia, little bottle brush Chrysogorgia.
Another fish.
Looks like we're getting into fishy territory just in time for Jeff to come on watch.
Uh-oh. Bonk. Bonk.
So that does look like it might be Synapobranchus. Has a bit of an underbite.
Bonk.
Usually at this point, it usually opens its mouth and shakes its head after 2 or 3 nose bonks.
Yeah. Duster.
Is our watch almost over?
It is.
Yeah.
Aw.
It is almost time for our last few minutes of the expedition.
Well, I just want to say thank you, each and every one of you, for this watch lead, or this watch. This being part of this watch team has been a real pleasure and had a lot of fun.
Likewise.
Yeah,
Thank you so
you.
much. Oh,
It's been a blast.
It's
been great working with all of you guys.
Wow, great shot on Atalanta.
One more move, or do you want me to hang out, Dan?
I could do another move.
Bridge nav, 160. So the plan is we are recovering it too, right?
That is my understanding.
All right, I'm going to take some notes for Dan, Navidan.
I get a twofer.
2 fish? Can't believe Jeff hasn't busted the door down already.
Get up there with your buddy.
Oh, there's a nice mouth open. Synaphobranchus.
Roger. Okay,
You
you can hold position if you need. And feel free to set the center point.
Excuse me, I'm going to come back towards you a little, just in case.
Here they come. So thank you for watching nautiluslive.org. The 4 to 8 watch team will be signing out shortly. Continue watching. We still have 6 hours for this dive.
Yeah, thank you all. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed exploring along with us.
Thanks,
Yeah,
watch
thanks.
team, and thanks for everyone who's joined in the scientific chat and watching at home. This was so much fun.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you all for the adventure.
All right.
Hope to be back soon.
Same.
Enjoy the rest of the dive.
Signing off.
What else is there to do?
right? You need me to move? So yes. Oh, I'll come off there. I'll get in a good spot.
Small rat tail left.
Did anyone collect a rat tail yet?
We have one for the expedition, yes.
But not in this site yet?
No.
All right.
Go zoom in, please.
This could be a good candidate.
Well, you know what I'm going to say. This is actually not a rat tail. This is a bathygatted.
Oh.
This is probably Godomus. Nope, we do not want to collect that one.
It's
Actually,
very similar, but I see it
yeah,
has
very similar.
one long fin at the
Yeah, and then
below.
the second dorsal fin is really high, and on the rat tails it's very, very low.
Mm-hmm. We saw a fish.
Yep.
Within just the first few minutes. How promising.
There were actually 2 fish.
Oh, what a blessing.
Yeah.
Just gonna catch us up here so we get in a little bit better spot for zoom.
Hey Jeff,
stuff.
did you see this collection?
The fish?
Yeah.
Yes, I was here.
You were here?
Yes.
What, that was you directed?
That was me.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do you know what that was?
No.
Okay.
It looked dead on the seafloor.
Interesting.
It was the thing that looked like a
I should have
soul.
known if we had a fish collection that you had to have been up here.
Yeah.
Directing said efforts.
That was dinner break.
Convenient.
Yes.
So good. Ali, and good evening, everyone. Whenever you're good and settled, could we do introductions?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. I guess we'll start with the front row, but Ali, and good evening, everyone. To our viewers tuning in, my name is Amanda Dedicatoria. I'm a Filipino freelance writer and filmmaker from the island of Guam, and I'm sitting here joining you in science as your science communication fellow. Could we start off with Max today?
Sure. My name is Max Luthi. I am a video engineering intern, and I am controlling the video feeds today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Rai, and I'm sitting in the Atalanta seat today. You're not on SBL.
Hi everybody, Josh Chernov. I'm the RV Operations Manager for OET. I'm sitting in the Herc seat tonight.
Hi, I'm Taya. I'm just sitting here watching the ROV things happen today.
Hi, Taya, our visitor of the night.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm also sitting here watching the ROV things and navigating them as well.
Dan the Man and Navadan. Thank you. Noelle, could you start off the back row?
Absolutely. Ali, everyone. Good evening. My name is Noelle. I'm the science coordinator for OET, and I am data logging tonight.
Captain, my name is Greta Sartori. I work as a researcher for the Palau International Coral Reef Center, and I'm going to be inside seat number 2 for the very last time tonight.
Oh. Greta!
Maybe not.
Ouch.
Who knows what the future has in for
You
me.
know, if we're lucky, it won't be the last time. But I'm grateful that we had this time.
Me too. Very grateful.
Ali, everyone. My name is Jeff Drazen. I'm a professor in the oceanography department at the University of Hawaii, and I am the science team lead for this watch. I'm a deep sea ecologist, and I specialize in food webs and deep sea fishes.
To our viewers, please pray for fish, for us to see, just for Jeff, so that we can all be blessed. With
Our last watch of the cruise, but
yeah,
I
with the
won't
Seas
say our
Bounty.
last watch.
Of course. And last but not least, the glorious Menzel.
For whipping by, or it might be a sea cucumber.
Ali, everyone. My name is Menzel Meril. I work at the Office of the President here in the Republic of Palau, and I'm on board as the culture liaison. The word of the day is ul, meaning rain. Thank you.
Would you mind sharing the proverb that was posted?
In Palauan, it goes, and in English, it goes, a good leader, like rain, calms the ocean or stills the ocean.
Thank you. That was
No problem.
beautiful.
Thank you.
What would you say is your interpretation of that proverb?
The current must be very strong right now.
The current is really strong right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when there's rough seas, and usually if rain comes through, it calms the waves.
Okay, that's
and
great.
So
Okay,
Thanks.
come on, please.
The interpretation goes that if you're a leader and there's some point of contention, instead of making it worse, you calm it down. So you depend on your leaders to be the point of reason in conflicts.
Thank you for your interpretation.
Speaking of rain, I believe rain sometimes takes the VSAT down. So do you know if we are live right now? And,
let me go check. Thank you for bringing that up.
can
Same as this.
Looks like about 160-70, somewhere in there.
Okay, we'll zoom in, please.
with the